Hello, friends, true transistors. I thought I would make a short video. I'm about to do a full-length video here in a little bit, but I thought that I would come on here and talk a little bit about all these predictions on September 23rd and people saying that it's going to be the rapture. Now, if you were going to ask me to make a prediction on what's going to happen September 23rd, I don't believe the rapture will happen. And because I have reasons for that. I believe in a post-tribulation rapture, first of all, or pre-wrath, one or the other. But there's things that need to happen before that happens, before that occurs. However, I do think something important is coming on September 23rd that we need to keep an eye on. Now, when I say keep an eye on it, I'm not talking about, I don't know what's going to happen, is what I mean. But Donald Trump will be speaking at the UN on the 23rd. So I think it's important to at least take notice to what he's talking about at that time. I also wanted to mention how I've seen other rapture predictions in the past. I don't remember, I remember seeing it everywhere for September of 2015. I don't know if people remember that, but there was all kinds of rapture predictions for September or sometime in 2015. I don't know if it was as popular or more popular than this prediction for this year. I really don't know. Apparently, the videos that I've been looking at have more hits now than they did 10 years ago. So let's just, on the one, I just want to get everyone to not buy into these things that come and go. Like, there have been many false prophecies of the Great Tribulation before. And, so I mean, for not the Great Tribulation, for the rapture, for the rapture. And unfortunately, one of the prophecies, Jesus said that in the last days there will be many false prophets. So we need to keep that in mind as well. So I saw videos saying that September 23rd would be the last Trump, and they were pointing to Donald Trump as the last Trump. I think the last Trump means the last trump of the 7 trumpets. So unless they have 7 trumpets that have blown, it can't be the last one. If they're a pre-trib rapture, then it would not be on the last trump, now would it? I don't think. Unless they consider the Great Tribulation to be the bowls. But anyway, that's a different story. But I just say I believe we need to keep watch and discern the times that we're in, but we also don't need to jump to these predictions that happen all the time. And there were predictions of the rapture back in 1844 by, what's his name? I don't remember, Jim Miller or something like that, for the beginning of the Seventh-day Adventist movement. And that came and went, and they believed that there was something significant that happened on that day, but it wasn't the rapture. So I don't know why they still follow that idea in that movement. But there have been many others. Jehovah's Witnesses made several false predictions. Even Protestants have made several false predictions. And I believe we're close. But at the same time, I think we need to tap the brakes on these predictions. The one that's September 23rd, I think is going to come and go like past ones. But I think that it's an important date because Trump will be speaking at the United Nations, and we need to keep an eye on what he will be talking about. what he will be saying. So just, so this was just a short video. I've got a full-length video coming up soon, and hope people will join for that as I continue the Revelation study. So that's what we'll do for that. I'm trying to think if I have any more thoughts on this before I continue, but just be discerning. Don't follow every prediction that you hear. And as I stated, because I believe that Matthew 24 and the Olivet Discourse makes it very clear that the gathering together of the elect is immediately after the tribulation of those days, as it states. If it's a pre-mill or if that's talking about the 70 AD, then obviously it was fulfilled already. So we don't have to worry about that if that's what that's talking about. But if it's talking about a future event, for those who believe in a future tribulation, I think scripturally there's absolutely no case for a pre-tribulation rapture. So that's one of those things that, if you do believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, I wouldn't divide on that issue. I'm just telling you what I think, and that's why I'm posting this video, just to give you a bit of my thoughts on this. And so I do think that Trump could be the Antichrist. And I haven't really, on my end time study, I haven't really said much about that, I don't think. But I do have a playlist called End Times Truth, Antichrist, and the False Prophet, I think is what they're called. So check those out. At some point, I might get more into those, but those kind of things. But, I'm not 100% that Trump is the Antichrist, so don't take that away from this. It's just, he's just the top candidate for that at this moment for me because of several reasons. It started with the Abraham Accords in 2020, and there's been a lot of other things since then that have caused me to think that maybe he could be. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch on these predictions that have been happening recently that are very popular, and just take heed, discern the times, do not be deceived, and yeah, and so don't be disappointed if Jesus does not return on the 23rd. However, like I said, be watching, be paying attention to what happens when Trump speaks at the UN. And so that's all I have to say for that. I've got a full-length video coming up soon, and see you all later.